Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Game Warrior. My name is Jason, and today we're going to look at a cold open to a new Kickstarter that just started today called The Forges of Ravenshire. Now, I saw an ad for this game probably in the last month, and there was just something about it that piqued my interest. And so this morning, as I was sitting here considering what video to make for you, boom, this popped up on my email and said it has gone live. So that means I obviously found the page on Kickstarter, saved it, and said, hey, notify me when you launch. So it launched just a bit ago. It's a 23-day campaign, which is too long if you ask me, but it's already got 11,000 very quickly towards its goal of 20,000, which is pretty low. So let's take a look at it and let's find out, like, why did I even get interested in this? Very cold looking at this game.
Welcome to Ravenshire, a town renowned.
I'm going to stop for a second and mention a game. Let's see if we can't find it. Ha! We're going to get a little lost here. Let's see. There it is. Fractured Sky. So there's a video here on Fractured Sky that is really, really nice. It's the two designers, at least I imagine it's the two designers, going back and forth and just talking to you about the game and explaining it. And I really, really hope everybody picks up on what they did and just copies it. Just do what they did. It is so good. And why I immediately thought of that was because here we were with Fractured Forges of Ravenshire, and they're doing what everyone else does, which is this opening video of cutesy stuff. Like I'm just watching it cold with you right now, first time, and there's something in it that's like, oh, they're just going to do that cutesy video thing again. That probably isn't going to tell me anything about the game and isn't going to be personal. I've been thinking about designing a game for a long time. Some of you know that. And one of the things I do in my head is this video. And I will absolutely, definitely be in the video. I'm pretty photogenic, don't you think? Which side is my best? Just kidding. And telling you about the game, like this is what we're doing, so that you can feel me and know what we're doing. I'm not really crapping on these guys. I'm just saying I've seen this before I've even started it. So let's watch a little bit more of it.
Welcome to Ravenshire.
I've even heard that voice before.
For its incredible blacksmiths and talented guild workers. A haven where adventurers come to commission new weapons, shields, and armor. You have come just in time. The Forge Master has gone missing, and the Blacksmiths Guild of Ravenshire is in dire need.
So what they're doing is telling the story of the game, right? The theme of it. The problem is that so many of these games don't actually come through. The themes don't come through. So I may be a little, what is it called? A little cynical right now, but this isn't doing it for me. But that's because I've watched so many of these. And I'm like, okay, you've done this before. So now let's just skip and find out some gameplay. Let's talk at the top. Run your forge. So you're building something of 1 to 4 player dice placement, engine building. Compete for the title of Forge Master. So dice placement and engine building is interesting to me. The art and style is pretty cool, and that looks good. It looks like it's going to be a fun, creative game. Let's see what the pledge without reward is a minimum of $10. Nah, that's pretty high. I like the $1 pledge, don't you? So let's see what we got. How to play. Each game is made of 4 seasons, and each season is made of 3 phases: gathering, production, and of seasons. So I'm glad they did this pretty quick at the top. The winner is the blacksmith who makes the most money and becomes the new Forge Master. The gather phase. Do the following actions in order on your turn. You place a dice worker, you take a dice worker. So that's pretty neat. You can go put your dice and bring it back. That's a mechanic I've seen recently. What game was I saw doing that? But there's, oh, you know where I first saw that, I think, was in Raiders of the North Sea, where you put your guy out and then you take a different one back. You run a guild. I'm not sure what that does. Then you do your production phase. end of season phase. Here's the rule books, so that's really nice. Okay, so I have read through the rules, and it's right at the moment, right now, I'm telling you, there's nothing like jumping out at me that just blows me away from this game. Tells you a setup. It gives you, your components list. And there's these assistant cards that you can have, which helps you along. You roll your dice. It helps you take your actions. You have your gathering phase, and you can gain your ore, wood, leather, steel. You can play guild members, which help you. They're kind of like upgrades, and you can gain contracts, which is how you win the game. And, you have your phases. I'm just, at this moment, it's a nice, simple rule book. It looks good. I'm really pleased with the rule book. This is where I'm at right now, and I haven't even looked further. And we'll do that together. We'll look together. You and I will look further. But right now, I'm thinking, I'm going to let someone else buy this game, and I'm going to sit and play it. Here's the thing with this. This is something of interest, right? Someone put a lot of work into this. They did something special. They really did. And so you got to give them credit for that. It's just all the work that went into this creation. It's amazing. But from this outside zone, I've seen so much of it before that I don't know if it's one of those games that sings, that you're just going, oh, yeah, when you play it. So that's an interesting way to look at it. Let's go back. Very glad they gave you the rule books. It's a very good thing. Oh, they do have a $1 thing. Haha, for access to the pledge manager. I gave them crap for that. So your retail pledge is $60 for the base game. So that's a decent price. How to play video is out there. I have not watched that. Now here's some stuff. Rado took a look at it. It's pure dice worker placement joy with surprising hidden depths. And that's the kind of thing that'll make this game succeed or fail, is that if you play it and you go, oh, wow, this is cool. It has that little spark, that light. So Rado reviews it. He gives you some final thoughts. Mark Steed took a look at it from the Dice Tower. He does his little previews. Do not know Grant from Our Family Plays Games, though I've kind of heard of him. So West and Jesse did take a look at it, and they say this: don't miss this game. Okay, I watched a little of Jesse, and immediately exactly what I was talking about happened. He said he played one game to practice, and they looked at each other and said, let's do it again. So he's saying that the game does have that spark. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to know that someone out there has that spark. Now, of course, Jesse might have been paid for this spot. I don't know, but it sounds pretty genuine there, right? So looking through it, looks at it. Even Jeremy Howard played this game 5 or 6 times, still not tired of playing it. The fact that he played it 5 or 6 times is good. I don't like that line. Still not tired of playing it. Who knows if that's a good line. Stella played it. So they've got some good videos here. So you can take some time and look through those. There's different language versions, what's in the box and all that. So right here, let me give you a frame for where I'm at. I am being more discerning in my money spent lately. And this looks fun. But right now, just kind of a gut level, it's a no. I'm not going to back this. Now, in 23 days, I'll keep my ears open and I'll be listening. I'll be listening to what's going on out there. And it's entirely possible, if their ads keep hitting me and maybe I hit a few more people that say amazing things to it, I take a look at it again, maybe I'll consider it. It is $60. What are they going to charge? $20 for shipping, maybe $30. So maybe I'll consider it. But this looks like something that, what this looks like? This looks like one of those games where if it comes out and everyone's buzzing about it, I'll do a run and try to find it somewhere and look at and picking up when it comes to retail. May not ever come to retail, but that's kind of the thing that I'm thinking here. What do you think? What do you think? Looking at these games this way, taking a cold look at them really helps you and me. At least it helps me, but I hope it helps you understand what it takes in a game to attract you. You become much more discerning and you start to think and feel about it. Now, you'll never really know. That's the fun part about this whole thing, right? You will never know because you're really going to have to sit and play the game. I mean, how many games have we played? I've gotten so excited. I played it and went, that wasn't that good, right? There's 3 types of games out there I've noticed. 1, you play the game, you're like, that was not good. 2, the game that goes, oh my gosh, like electricity. And 3 is, that wasn't that good, but I'll keep playing, and then it lights you up. Those are the tricky games. Sorry, I actually left my phone on. Can you believe that? All right, everybody. This has been Jason of the Game Warrior doing a cold open on the Forges of Ravenshire. I'd love to hear your thoughts. The game looks beautiful. It looks solid. It looks like it has some fun to it. But without playing it, it's just a game I'm not going to pull the trigger and back right now.